Absolutely. And I suppose you'll be wanting a story this evening as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right then. That's what I got. So I've been thinking a lot about mermaids lately. Legendary creatures. Upper torso and head of a beautiful woman. And the tail of a great fish. Usually when we think of them, we think of unlucky omens, provoking disaster, and luring men of the sea to their deaths. But did you know that on occasion, the mermaid will select a human female child and become her guardian for life, but only if the child is pure of heart. Now, long ago on the Isle of Mull, there was a farmer and his wife. They lived in a humble cottage. They had a lovely garden, plenty of fish, and a beautiful daughter they called Fiona. Now, Fiona had rosy cheeks and dark, mysterious eyes, deep like the sea. And even as a wee bairn, she brought joy to everyone she met. The people of the village loved it when her mother brought her to market, because she was the kind of soul that when she smiled at you, she gladdened your heart for days. There were times when on their way to market, Fiona and her mother would stop at the inlet of the bay to have a wee picnic. They'd eat bannocks and jam, they'd search for seashells, and then watch for mermaids. Because everyone knew that mermaids loved to sun themselves on the rocks. Once they were finished, they would sit on a rocky outcrop and watch the tide change. And Fiona's mother would tell her these wonderful, magical stories about mermaids. Her mother knew more about mermaids than anyone else on the island. On one particular day, it was probably Fiona's 3rd year, she was sitting on her mother's lap, and she got a bit fidgety, as children often do. And before you know it, she'd leapt off her mother's lap and was falling towards the sea. Her mother grabbed for her and captured only air. She cried out, but there was nothing she could do but watch Fiona's head sink below the surface of the sea. She covered her face and her hands, and she cried. She contemplated following her daughter into the depths of the sea. But then she heard an interesting sound. She was sure her mind was playing tricks on her, but she hushed and listened again. There it was. It was laughter. And not just any laughter, it was Fiona's laughter. So she slowly pulled her hands away from her face and opened her eyes. And there on the rock below was Fiona, smiling from ear to ear, so clear through to the skin with kelp hanging off of her at every angle. And her mother had decided that she had never seen her daughter look as bright and enchanting as she did at that very moment. Now years passed, and Fiona was none the worse for wear. She grew into a beautiful young maiden. All the people of the village believed that she was the most pure and innocent person on the island. Oh, they knew the stories they'd heard. She'd come home at night, late, skirts soaked with seawater, pockets filled with sand and seashells, kelp tangled in her hair. But she was such a sweet girl. Nobody seemed to pay any mind to her odd ways. During the 18th year, one evening, she and her father were strolling along the beach. The cold, clear moon flooded the ocean with light, just as a young pirate rode by on his horse. His name was Colum Buchanan, and he had just returned to Scotland after some lucrative business dealings with the merchant ships on their way to Nassau. Now do keep in mind that Fiona was an innocent sort, unaware of the ways of pirates. When she looked at him, all she saw was an elegant man sitting upon a proud horse. Likewise, when Colin looked at her, he was struck by her quiet beauty and her mysterious eyes. He He made a point of being on the beach each night when she and her father took their walks. Whenever he approached them, he'd flatter her with sweet words and tip his fine bonnet, much to her father's dismay. Now, Fiona's father knew that Colin was a pirate, but he also loved his daughter's innocent view of the world and did not want that to change, so he chose not to say a word and prayed that Colin would just go back to sea where he belonged and leave his daughter alone. Well, unfortunately, the maiden fell in love with the pirate, and before you know it, it was the pirate walking her down the beach instead of her father. He told her stories of how he was this wealthy sea captain. He told tales of distant lands and exciting sea voyages, and her eyes sparkled with excitement. Each time he called upon her, he brought a small trinket from the sea, a piece of coral, a pearl, a starfish, but she could only get it for the price of a kiss. Now, one evening, as they were strolling, there was an old fisherman off the shore, and he was bringing in his catch, and he saw an interesting sight. He saw a mermaid who seemed to be moving down the shore, following Colin and Fiona, and quite interested in what was going on. He kept to himself. He was old enough to know you don't mess with the business of mermaids. Whenever Fiona was around Colin, she was so in love. No matter the weather, the sun was shining in her heart. But I don't have to tell you all. Colin had dishonorable intentions. He was a conceited man. He had women in every port. He expected them to bow down and worship the ground he walked upon and every wave he sailed over. As much as he loved Fiona and how beautiful she was, he realized that he was never going to get anything more than a kiss. And so he grew bored, and he went back to the sea, to his pirating ways, and left Fiona. He didn't care. He's a pirate. Now, Fiona's parents were thrilled that the pirate had disappeared. Fiona, on the other hand, mourned the handsome man. She pulled herself away from everybody. No longer did she go to market with her mother. She didn't walk the beach in the evenings with her father. And she didn't go on her strange adventures by herself either, down at the bay. Instead, she locked herself in a room and stopped eating. The people in the village knew that something was very wrong as well. Strange things began to happen. Fishing boats began to leak. Those that didn't spring leaks and went out to the bay came back with no fish. Cows dried up. Horses went lame. Nobody smiled in the village. It was as if their joy and prosperity was directly tied to Fiona. After weeks of wasting away, finally one moonless night, as a storm was brewing offshore, Fiona slipped away from this life and into death. Her parents were devastated. The whole village mourned the loss of sweet Fiona. Nobody knew how to move forward without her. Now it just so happens that Colin was back. He'd returned from the sea, was on the other side of the island in a pub, drinking up his rum, carousing with women, and celebrating his latest plunder, that very night. He was deep in his cups and heard the rumble of thunder off the shore and decided he should get back to his ship before the skies opened up. So he made his way out, said his goodbyes, and started walking the dark path home. Somehow he got turned around though, and he ended up at the inlet on the bay. Well, he knew he was lost, so he decided he would retrace his footsteps. But before he did, he was stopped by an exquisite sound. It was a woman's voice singing a forlorn and melancholy song. Come away and came around the corner and found the mouth of a cave with a woman who looked just like Fiona, and she was looking up at the sky and singing, "Come away, the tempest proud weaves a shroud for him who did betray." By the time she finished the verse, he was in front of her. She motioned to him, "Come sit beside me, Colin." And so he did. And as soon as he settled in, she wrapped her arms around him. And she said, "Did you know? Kisses at sea are as true as they are false on land. You kiss a maiden and betray her. But should a mermaid kiss you, you are hers forever." And without no warning at all, she leaned in. She pressed her cold, salty lips against his so hard that he tasted blood. It was at that moment he realized this is not Fiona. She could tell he noticed. So she sat back and she said, "I am Fiona's mermaid guardian. I've been watching the wee child since she fell into the bay. You are responsible for her death. And tonight, I will have my revenge." She grabbed Colin by the hair. He struggled to be free, but her grasp was too tight. The tide was changing, the wind was roaring, and a wave was crashing against the mouth of the cave. She grabbed him by the hair and carried him to a higher spot on the rocks. Thunder boomed over and over again on iron cliffs. Colin thought for sure his eardrums would burst from the sound of it. A mighty wave crashed against the highest rock and carried the mermaid and the pirate into the angry sea. And suddenly, while she was holding him high by the throat, she began singing again. But this time, she wasn't alone. There was a chorus of voices, and they were angry, and they were clear. Come away, the tempest proud weaves a shroud for him who did betray. Come away, beneath the raging waves lieth the grave of him we now do slay. And Fiona's guardian mermaid bore Colin deep down into the cold depths of the water, and he was never seen again. And the storm passed, and the sun shone with a brightness that offered promise. Fiona's parents didn't quite know how to move forward. Her mother decided she needed some time alone to grieve, so she went down to the bay, to the spot where she and Fiona had spent so many hours. As she approached the rocky outcrop where she had told all of her mermaid stories, she noticed a cairn built of sea things. There were shells, there was coral, ancient coins that were smooth and polished from sand and waves, smooth rocks of many colors, coral. And on top of the pile was a small, white human bone, encircled with a gold signet ring bearing the initial B. She picked up the bone, and it was at that moment that she realized that there was a soft song on the breeze. Come away, the sea will hold your tears. 1,000 and more years, her memory shall not fade away. She looked up just in time to see the mermaid mermaid slide from the rock and into the water. A tear rolled down her cheek. Fiona was gone. Nothing could ever fill that hole in her heart. But for the moment there was peace. Peace in knowing that the mermaid, the sister she had not spoken to since she left the ocean herself so many years ago, had chosen Fiona and loved her. Squeezed a bone in the ring in her hand, and she looked out with a smile on her face, satisfaction that Fiona had been avenged. Because nobody on the island knew as well as she did just how gruesome and horrifying Colin Mackenzie's death had been. And so, you may think you're a fearsome lot of pirates. You may think that you're good with cutlass, but you don't piss off the mermaids.